The most toxic video game by Papa Meat. Just kind of caught my attention, and he doesn't seem to mind people watching his videos, so yeah. Why not? Oh, that's meant to the pod is up. Oh, alright. Meat, hell stupidity. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you.
Oh my god! Oh my!
Hello. You kill them all, man.
Fix the game! It sucks playing the shit! I'm f***ing addicted, so I can't quit! Man, it doesn't matter if
Okay.
you're 15. I like young girls. I like them 15, 14, 16.
What?
I like them real young. All the girls in the 20s, I'm cool. Man, it doesn't matter if you're 15. I like young girls. I like them 15, 14, 16. I like them real young. All the girls in the 20s, I'm cool with them, girl.
Oh my god, you subhumans! You drink! No one cares about burying you cans of pigs!
I don't know, do you guys have any, like, thoughts on closed captions being on or not? I kind of lean towards it's, like, a good idea, but I don't know. They're very clunky.
Welcome back to the Papa Meat channel. How you doing? How you doing? Come on in and sit on down because today we're talking about one of the worst games to ever grace this planet.
All
At
right.
least that's what people say. Dude, I still play it. We're talking about League of Legends.
Ay, ay, ay.
If you haven't heard of League, I mean, I don't know what kind of rock you've been under, but it's one of the biggest games on the planet. Still, League is, I would say, among online games, I think is regarded as the worst, like, most toxic, worst game.
Yeah.
Every time I've ever streamed League on Twitch, people always come in and they're always like,
Why are you playing this? Why? Oh, he plays League? Ew.
and they're playing like Genshin Impact or some shit.
You come up to
Fuck
me.
yourself, are you kidding me? League is a bad game, but to really know why it's a bad game or why it's one of the most toxic games, you first have to understand the game. One of the reasons it's one of the most toxic and one of the worst games of all time is because it's a team-based game. And everyone has a role
Fair.
in this game. It goes top, middle, bottom, and jungle. ADC and support. In the game, you have an objective where you have to protect your lane. You have to push the lane, inevitably getting to a base that you explode. Not a terrorist act, just that's the objective of the game. But if you start losing your lane, people...
Yeah, I've never actually played League of Legends. I played, I don't know how similar it is, because, like, I liked Heroes of the Storm, but I don't know if that's actually considered similar, or if it's, like, yeah. From my perspective, it's similar, but it may not be.
like to do a thing called griefing, raging, right? All kinds of things that are a result of never taking full accountability for themselves and blaming other people. Once again, that's just the online way. And the problem too with League is that the games typically take 35 to 45 minutes. I've been in a League game that was an hour and 10 minutes long. That was called hell. That was called pack it up. It's kind of, you know, that's the end of your night kind of
That's
game.
rough.
And especially cute little anime characters running around saying one-liners.
Another day, another slay.
Played Pokemon Unite a couple times. Oh, I completely forgot that existed. Oh damn, what's that like?
You want to ride the sewer slide, huh? Harry, I did it. I put it into one.
Nice.
Thank you. But here rage is born. Pettiness, profanity, and violence can finally take shape.
It was at this time that I called this Malphite a fucking worthless, brain-dead scum bastard pile of trash, mental face that should be gunned down in the street like the degenerate he is.
It's funny because League has gotten so bad, they basically give you honor bonuses for not being mean to other people. Such as their emblem, Stay Cool, which was tilt-proof and chill. Great shot calling, leadership and strategy, and a nice GG because you're a friendly player to play with. There's no, that just pisses me off.
Well, some people use it to like passive aggressively say you were the worst on the team.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Just like any competitive online video game, once someone starts having a bad experience, they start raging. And League players are some of the worst at that. Tyler won. There's a lot. I was going to list off some more people, but a lot of them are just pedophiles. That's just, I was going to say, well, he's more of a pedophile. We'll get into it later, but there are a plethora of compilations of people raging on stream, and all of them
That seems like a...
are very funny. Here's a little montage right now.
Whatever you want, my guy.
What is going on?
Kurwa jebana szmato!
Just get cancer and die from it. That's all I wish for these pedophile cancer patients in game, of course.
How do we?
I really do wonder, like, does League attract people with anger issues? Or is it like, how much of it's real, or how much of it is it like a spark of anger that, like, someone who's not streaming, they might like slam their fist a little, they might like, you know, they might something, but because they're streaming, they just kind of let it all out because they can get clips and money off it, essentially, indirectly, even if it's like people hate watching or just curious, and like I really do wonder. Or is it really that they just get that angry in the moment that they don't even consider about the fact that how bad it looks on stream, or they just smash their keyboard? Like, I guarantee some of them play it up and stuff, but like, oy, man, like I've hit my fist on the desk before, but it feels like it's so mild in comparison to something like that, and it's usually gone as soon as I do that. It's like a slam, and it's like, fuck. But then I'm like, I'm done, and I move on. The idea of actually picking up a keyboard and just like, I can't even imagine.
We know he didn't say racial slurs.
We don't.
How do we know that we didn't broadcast racial slurs? Can we have someone translate what he said? Wait! We want to thank today's sponsor, Bad Dragon.
Wait a minute. Wait, what? That's a sponsor. I think it's good if you like the general, but I'm not a fan of online team games. Oh, genre. Sorry. Yep. Yeah, that makes sense. Storm is basically League without the shop. Oh, okay. But yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I honestly completely forgot about Pokemon Unite. Is this popular, or I have no idea. For content, yeah, like I just wonder like where's the crossover? Like how much is real, how much is, yeah. What a sponsor. It's a unique one. I'm watching these videos, so I guess I should let it play.
Now, listen. If you've been watching the channel for a while, Bad Dragon isn't new to you, but maybe some of your fantasies are. Maybe some of those kinks. Bad Dragon is probably the leader and most amazing fantasy adult toy product producer we've ever met and even seen. They're the best fantasy adult toy product maker in the universe. We've met with them personally. We've gone to the facility. It's the cleanest, the coolest, the chillest people we've ever met in our lives, and I gotta tell you, you gotta explore it and just give
Sorry if you can hear me eating. I'm done now.
yourself or your partner a little taste of love. Go to the website. I'm telling you, there's going to be something for you in some kind of way. We've made our own toy with them before, and it was awesome. It's won awards. Sorry to say it, but we're award winners now. And if you're looking to spice up something in your own life or wanting to bring something new to the bedroom, you know, because I get it, dude. You be with your partner for a long time. It's like riding the same roller coaster 1,000 times in a row. It's going to get boring, all right? So do yourself a favor. Go to Bad Dragon, find something you like, and treat you and your partner right. That's Bad Dragon. Tell them we sent you. Tell them we love you. Thank you, Bad Dragon, for sponsoring the channel. Back to the video.
I'm good.
I don't know if I want to include this, but if you went back and looked at my search history of things I've said during League.
The game can't get me when I'm on my meds. The emotional part of my brain is made of cardboard. I mean, yeah, because some of the extremes are rough in that game. What the fuck, they just showed it. I mean, it is a sponsor. Combination of both, but a lot of it for content. Yeah, it's probably really case by case. Like, it probably really varies person to person, huh?
Yeah, it probably wouldn't be good. I don't even think, we don't even include that in the video. I just, the game does something to you. It turns your brain to soup. It makes you do that thing where you have
Okay, sorry if there's crunching. I'm finishing my corn chips.
rip every part of your body. You're refraining from reverting back into your ape-like status, devolving back to ape. And if you don't know what griefing is, it's deliberately and intentionally irritating, harassing, annoying, or trolling other players within the game, aka FUN. Fun. That's what it is.
That must happen so much in League.
But what are some toxic things you can do in the game? I feel like I'm giving people a guide on like how to like make a bomb kind of thing. That leads us into our 5 stages of griefing. Stage 1, denial, aka flaming. This is the easiest stage. Most people get here at least once every game where you verbally attack another player in the game. You're gonna do it. If you play the game, you're gonna verbally assault someone else. It's like meat and potatoes. It's that simple. You know what I mean? This could be a teammate or an opponent with the statement centering around they got lucky, how players suck, they're slow, low map awareness. Right, guys? Now the guys who get pussy are like really like, oh, okay, I know exactly what's happening. I could be completely misremembering this in my mind, so don't hold it against me. But I could have swore one time in a League game, and I told a kid, I was like, I hope your parents die in an automobile wreck. And that is the exact same, that's the exact same thing Wings of Redemption said that people got mad at him about.
Hey, whatever. I hope your family dies in an automobile wreck.
Who says automobile? It's so weird. I mean, it's a messed up thing to say, but who says automobile? Also, okay, this is my last corn chip, then I'm done. So good, though.
It was the heat of the battle! It was the heat of the battle, which led me into stage 2.
Whoever first put, like, lime and chili together, genius.
Anger. Typically, anger equals pings. The most petty thing you can do is spam pings in game.
They're giving me the rope emoji. That's the rope emoji. They're all telling me to kill myself. Hey!
Because it's just a little arrow and it goes anywhere on the map and it does a sound that sounds like this. Now imagine having this happen every time and then someone.
Oh god, it sounds like League is like, it's ripe for rage and for trolling. That's a rough combination. Thought I went to another video. Brain soup. When you get a sponsor but have to blow 99% of it, yeah. I mean, I'm sure he got paid well, so, you know, either way.
One's just like, hey, by the way, I hope your parents die in an automobile wreck. Ping, ping, ping. Hey, by the way, no one fucking loves you, you suck. Specifically, the question mark ping.
I really wonder how much you get paid for a sponsor like Bad Dragon. Like, it seems like a very niche product. Like, do they make small things? Because whenever I've seen Bad Dragon, they seem large. Yeah. Large would be the word I'd go with.
Obviously the most tilting one because you're continuously asking someone, why would they do that? Who are you? Who do you think you are? Very philosophical. Pings are a great example that anything can be used for violence. They're supposed to be used to alert your teammates about potential danger or to coordinate movement. But instead, whenever a teammate makes a mistake, you can continuously ping them over and over again.
Oh, she's not even coming back bot now. I pissed her off. Great, bro. I fucking, with a couple pings, I made her perma-roam, but...
This is called psychological warfare. How do we know this is not what they did at Guantanamo Bay? You have some poor son of a bitch being waterboarded and they're using the, the League of Legends question mark ping. These are all things that pings allow you to do. Thank you, League. You make it so easy to psychologically destroy your opponent.
It sounds like it. Like, imagine too when someone's just starting to get ticked off. Oh, and then you do that. Man.
Which leads us into bargaining, which the next step involves players trying to punish members of their own team, which seems like the last two steps, but this gets a little more chaotic. Usually,
because it reminds me of like, say, like Call of Duty when you could team kill. But if you have like a team deathmatch or something and you can't team kill, you can kind of just do your own thing. Like, this game has the team aspect, but with way more opportunity to just annoy the shit out of your teammates, or to sabotage, or to grief, or anything in between. That's rough. That is rough.
They have been beefing in chat with one another, like I said before. Nice little chat that looks something like this, throwing some pings, throwing like a, I don't know, like Linkin Park soundtrack or something that you're probably listening to while you're playing. When all hope seems lost and someone is at their complete wits end, they do a nice Chris Benoit, right? They ride the sewer slide. The person runs into enemy towers and intentionally sewer slides themselves. I'm tired of the unalive. That was a good one. Sewer slide. Copyright Harry. By doing this, by riding the sewer slide, you are trying.
It weirds me out when people say unalive. Oh, like, am I the only one who like gets bothered every time I hear that in a YouTube video? Yeah, I don't know why. Well, I know why. It's a ridiculous word.
Trying to speed up the game and give the team an advantage so the game can be done without having to leave the game. Because Riot also does a funny thing where if you leave the game, you're punished. Let's say everyone is calling you racial slurs the whole time. That's happened. It's happened to me many times. I'm a white man. I've been called many racial slurs and it's affected me.
Bleach demon. Is that a... Okay, I've never heard that one. Lint leech? What is a lint leech? Mayo monkey? Well, that sounds like a thing. Okay, I think mayo monkey and cracker's the only one I've heard of. Ice chimp. Snow roach. Bleach demon. God, I'm learning all sorts of things today. Very good.
Emotionally and
Vanilla vulture. Are these real? Okay.
mentally. If I wanted to
Lot of
leave the
food.
game because I felt harassed, Riot would be like,
Wait. I need to go back here. Why is there so much food? Like, well, I mean ice. Oh, it's roach. Well, vanilla, mayo, cracker.
mentally. If I wanted to leave the game because I felt harassed, Riot would be like, by the way, here's a fucking penalty for leaving your game, dude.
Some of them sound like describing Pokemon. True.
This is the bargaining stage because sometimes the person just wants the other players to apologize and admit they're wrong. Yeah, fucking right, dude. Then the next stage is depression, rage quitting. A person exits the game and doesn't come back. This is one of the ones where your teeth grit together, you slam your fist, you're kind of talking to yourself.
So trash. I'm so your
I love how like almost all of the clips are him.
washed up, you mother.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You short and little mid head bastard. Get out of my head. You don't tell me what to do. I'm a good player. I'm a good player.
You do that thing where you're like yelling, but you're gritting your teeth.
I feel like that's weirder than I feel like they're just punching the desk feel. That one was weird.
And it stays with you all day. As soon as you rage quit from a game, that shit stays with you indefinitely. I'd say deep-rooted scars that last with you for years. Jacob don't even play the game anymore.
Can't stand it.
What a game. I'm also just realizing, I wasn't even thinking this is new. Like, so he got a Bad Dragon sponsor to make a League of Legends video. Respect.
Acceptance. This is acceptance that Tilt has consumed them, that they are getting dumpstered, and they do not want to play the game anymore. They've fully broken, they have gone, they're probably going to ride the sewer slide themselves. They are going to question all of their beliefs in the game, or maybe they might even uninstall the game. After rage quitting, possibly while still in the game, the person might destroy their keyboard, their mouse, knock things off their desk, throw things, or even punch holes in walls.
Yeah, that's the shit I just, can't even imagine.
Oh my fucking god! I just broke my glasses.
Shout out my friend Lucas back in the...
That one seemed more reasonable. It's like getting angry, then you go too far and you're like, oh shit. But some of them, like one keyboard slam, I wouldn't do it, but I can understand at least maybe there. But the people who like slam their keyboard repeatedly, oh my god, that's wild.
Day.
Creeps. It is seriously embarrassing watching you miss creeps when there isn't an enemy around. Thank you, Anonymous, for gifting my _ butthole.
It doesn't help too, the stream abs, like the donation reader thing. Shout out that you're a terrible player. But then it leads us into our next chapter of this video, which is asking Riot a simple question. Can Riot be blamed for their own creation? Can Riot be held to the standards as if they're the gods amongst their own world? And can you blame God? From the start...
Alright, I'm gonna be right back. I just want to make a coffee like super quick.
The game has been plagued with toxicity. When the League was first released, one of the devs named Pendragon tried to kill its competitor known as Dota, which that's Nick's game. The guy who eats those chicken sandwiches. Put a video of the chicken sandwich thing. That's a Dota player. Which Pendragon ran the biggest Dota community website and deleted the entire thing to showcase an ad for League of Legends in its place.
Really?
Then, when Dota 2 was in beta, Pendragon tried to get Blizzard to copyright claim Dota 2. Riot Games also has had a history of toxicity in their workplace. In 2018, Riot Games suspended their CEO, Scott Gelb, for 2 months without pay after reports of sexual misconduct and a pending lawsuit. Did he move over to Blizzard? Gelb was accused of touching employees' genitals and farting in their faces.
What? How does that even... Like, is that like at someone's desk? Is that like a bathroom thing? What is the logistics of this? That's wild.
You can see that new champion we just made? Let me touch your cock. They lost a lawsuit regarding bro culture. Despite the allegations and proven discrimination, Gelb remained employed with them until 2023. During the same year, another lawsuit was launched against Riot Games for a long history of sexism, which is unfortunately rampant in the video game industry. I don't, dude, get the chicks out of here. Is what I say, dude. Hey, women, don't be playing video games, dude. This is for the boys. Please cut that, please cut that, please cut that. Valorant Studio was ordered to pay $104 million to 1,549 female employees working for Riot between...
Wait, what? 1,600 women receive payouts from Riot? That's wild.
549 female employees working for Riot between 2014 and 2021. In response to unequal hiring practices, they begrudgingly decided to generously hire 20% female leadership. Fine. God, ruin all the games. They don't even want to grab cocks and fart in each other's faces, so I guess, okay, well, I'm finding a new job. Many employees who were mentioned by name in the lawsuit for engaging in sexist and discriminatory behavior were never suspended or punished in any meaningful way. They still continued to work at the company after the lawsuit was lost. Which
sounds
that leads
about
us
right.
into toxic player base. It appears the best players in the game are toxic. Because you know what? If you're good at something, you want to fucking let people know that you're good at it and that they're bad at it. And in 2012, Moscow 5 professional team won the tournament, and then they had to apologize for their toxic remarks in game. That's bullshit. For a tournament, that feels weird.
It's like looks like a beheading video.
This does look like an ISIS beheading video. Also, all the shadows on the wall. Oh my god. It's like a guy with like a fucking machete just like coming around the corner. And then
Is that really like an apology video? That's so weird looking. Okay.
Like a beheading video.
This does look like an ISIS beheading video. Also, all the shadows on the wall. Oh my god. It's like a guy with like a fucking machete just like coming around the corner. And then suspiciously, the owner of the Moscow 5 was taken down for credit card fraud, and the team was rebranded as Gambit Games and based in the UK. Even though people couldn't figure out where the new funding came from. The biggest toxic player of all time and then now reformed is Tyler 1. He lives here in Missouri. He was infamous for aggressive and toxic behavior in game, and there are many clips of him insulting teammates, intentionally, you know, feeding. That was the big thing. He just run it down mid, and he's short.
He is a strange one. Like, I cannot believe he's like, I'm pretty sure, did he hit Grandmaster in chess? Like, it's absolutely wild.
Buff, and he has a bald ass head. Hell yeah. He had over 20 accounts banned by Riot until 2016 when an indefinite ban was issued where any and all accounts associated with him would be banned. But the ban was lifted in 2018, allowing him to play LoL publicly once more. Good for you, Tyler. Or you have L9, the 4 horsemen of the toxic apocalypse. It was formed by Rat IRL, Apocalypse, Self-Made, and Obsessed. There is really nothing more cringy than like online gamer tag like names, you know what I mean? During Season 5 and at the beginning of Season 6, L9 really helped popularize the toxic landscape of League. They created the club with the sole purpose to grief players online, knowing it would gain popularity.
I think the problem with so many names online is people start them when they're teenagers, and by the time they're an adult, they've used it for so long, it sticks with them, but it's so cringe.
And this community of high elo players would stream snipe people in game, harass players they viewed under them, and place people on the int list.
Like, I remember the very first RuneScape account I made when I was like 9. It was like J.O.D13, and it stood for Jester of Doom.
Rat IRL, Obsessed, and Self-Made all left the L9 toxicity, but not the aptly named Apocalypse. He started his own server, and illegal and illicit imagery was posted there so frequently Discord sent a manual message to them to curb their bad behavior. Finally, after enough cases were linked to the server, Discord shut it down. XJ9, who's also known as the most hated LoL player ever, rose in infamy for explicit death threats and abusive behavior, both in and out of game, leaked his girlfriend's nudes because she picked Lee Sin.
What?
Or I just put your pussy in your asshole out online, so good fucking pick, babe. One of the rare few recipients of the ID ban, a deeper ban that prohibits them from creating, accessing, or using any account on Riot Games platforms. Got banned from forums for spamming his stream links and engaged in cheating tactics called elo boosting. Or you have Cookie LOL. He's an ADC player and a league trainer. And a 90-page document released against him claiming grooming and sexual misconduct against minors, allegedly as low as 13 years old. Yeah, pretty base, so you definitely have a fantasy about set flash ulting your pussy and slamming you into the wall. And it has a Giga Chat emoji. Cookie LOL! Cookie LOL! Come on! This document prompted Cookie LOL to go to Twitch to address the allegations. Later, Cookie LOL posted a document responding to everything. He admitted to sexual misconduct with a minor.
Okay, that's... I don't really know what to say to that.
He's up flirting and messaging this girl who was about to turn 16 when he was 20, and this was in 2020. He talks about being Swedish and the age of consent there is 15. He even mentioned he might someone and he would never do it again.
And it's like, it's so much worse online, I feel like. Well, I mean, it's bad either way. No, it's not worse. I don't know how to put it. It's like... I don't know. It's like... It's not worse, but it's like... Because, I mean, he mentioned about, like, consent is 15 or whatever in Sweden. Okay. That means at least, like, if it was someone local, it's like they met, they talked and stuff, it's still, being, you know, enough of a gap. But at least, you know, you could argue, they'll not even argue, it's like, something natural could have at least happened, even though it's still wrong. But whereas online, it's like, he explicitly knows this person is that young. He could talk to so many people, but he's choosing specifically that one person online who is that young. Like, I don't know, it's like both bad, but there's like an added layer. I don't know. I don't know how to put it, but it just seems... It seems worse online. I don't know. Because it's so much more, like, specific. Yeah, like... I don't know. It's bad either way. Maybe they're equally bad in just very different ways that are very similar. I don't know. And it's just so like I really wonder, like, how do these people think? You know? Do they just not think? Is that the problem? Like, it's Discord. The messages are going to be there. Like, they can be leaked. They can, you know. It's just, it's mind-boggling. Yeah, I think you probably just summed it up, Kelly. Ew. Yeah. That's probably it. Yeah, that pretty much covers it, huh? Thinking with the wrong brain. Yeah. It's just, yeah, like... It's like, how is it going to play out, you know? You're ingraining it into the world when it's online, almost. Like, I mean, you just got to not be thinking, right? Like, it feels like delusional to I don't know. It's just so dumb.
And when the internet became outraged at his response,
like it's so wrong and ill and all that, like, obviously, but it just also feels so dumb. Like, and it happens so often online too. Like, it's like you couldn't just go a couple years older, like 3 years older. That's all we're talking. Like, but I think it's like, it's not even that though, because I think with a lot of these kind of people, I don't even know if it's that they want someone that young, or it's more that, like, when someone is that young, they are so much more easy to influence and stuff like that, which is ill in, like, another way. But I do wonder if a lot of it's kind of like, even if they're not thinking that, like, at the forefront, it's far more about how easily they can control and get close with someone who's younger and less experienced with the world, as opposed to just being, like, younger. I mean, it's all ill, just in different ways. I don't know, I'm just, yeah. Ugh.
promised to discuss everything on a live stream. On the stream, it was clear that people were watching a pre-recorded video that lasted 7 With Scammy, the stream was monetized, so people had to give subs in order to comment and publicly criticize him. And then we have probably one of my favorite ones here. I don't know why.
Been drinking or smoking, had the phone in the other hand. That's actually a good point. Yeah, some of these people, like probably a few drinks. Yeah.
This one gets me pretty good. Toxicity by role/champion, which we have first off the Jax players memes. I don't know why this is a thing, but this is one of my favorite memes out of this. R/Jax mains. I am against pedophilia. Pedophilia is bad. Top laners, specifically Jax players, are known to be files. I don't know why this is a thing in LoL culture, but it just seems to be the case. This comes from Steven's Jax, who at one point was the best Jax top player in the game. Steven Jax. It looks like Little Xan. Like if Little Xan did steroids. He's constantly used homophobic, racist, and graphic language in game, and even made death threats, which resulted in bans. Then you have King, the #1 Jax player in Brazil, who was arrested for having CP on his computer.
Great.
Não foi isso que os vídeos da investigação mostram, né? Pedofilia, zoofilia.
So avoid Jax is what I'm hearing.
Depending on who you play, you might be considered a file.
Don't be fooled by her childish appearance. Zoe is an ancient being, a cosmic messenger of Targon.
You might be considered a racist. Because you played this champion, you might be considered extremely toxic or an evil person. Who you pick in the game defines a lot about who you are. It's like a zodiac sign. But then we get into the deaths. Sometimes the toxicity doesn't end with the game, and some people have taken their in-game beef outside and committed horrible acts. Like Chinrong.
I mean, that's happened. That's happened with other games. With this game, that would not surprise me at all. It seems like it's one of them games that so many people would probably just play casually, but oh my god, there's so much like. I've never played League of Legends, yet I've heard about it so many times in the realm of being like toxic and all those kind of buzzwords, except for the fact that usually seems to be actually true with this game.
Sometimes the toxicity doesn't end with the game, and some people have taken their in-game beef outside and committed horrible acts.
I'll buy you a rope if you want, if you promise to use it. Okay. That's a set of words.
Like Chinrong, who was that feels racist, I don't know why. Who was the gaming cafe IP farmer. Chinrong, a desperate LoL player, logged into his account and achieved 23 hours straight of gaming at a gaming cafe. He did not drink or eat during this time. Lack of sleep, food, and sustenance caused him to have a heart attack. Since it was common to see other people sleeping at a 24/7 gaming cafe, nobody noticed his death for 9.
I mean, I can understand the binging, you know. But how do you not, like, drink or eat? That's wild.
Hours. Or how about Lucci? Lived at a technical school and played League of Legends. Lost 3 games in a row and in a fit of rage, murdered his own roommate with a knife.
Jesus.
Kind of quirky. Yeah, imagine game 2, like you're like sitting in the bed laying next to him. How are the games going? He's just like... Gustavo lost a game and in his group had a rule that the person who cost them the loss had to choke themselves on webcam until they lost consciousness.
Jesus, what
by
the fuck?
hand or object. He tied his neck to a boxing bag and ended up hanging himself.
What the fuck? I don't think I have anything else to say to that.
And then you move into death threats. Faker, who's probably like one of the probably the most popular, well-known League of Legends player ever, had received numerous death threats from other League of Legends players with enough credibility that his team has hired extra security and taken measures at public tournaments to make sure that no one actually fucking kills him. How crazy is that?
Jesus, man.
All because he's good at the game. And you know,
Wild.
League of Legends, I'm gonna say it, I'll still play it in the future. I'm too hooked. Maybe I don't
I
play
would.
it every day. Maybe I'll take years off of it, but something always calls me back. And I remember sitting on YouTube back in like the 2016 era when League clips and, you know, live stream fails and all that kind of stuff was at its peak. I remember enjoying all that content, and it's just insane to see where League is at now, and especially how back then, how much it just changes in a few years. It's unbelievable. Through all the fake rage baiting and all kinds of other clips of people trying to do stuff online, League of Legends, I do think, truly is the most diabolically evil game out there.
That's what I said. It's got like all the buzzwords attached, except it's actually true with League.
weird juxtaposition of weird, tiny, cute anime characters and sweaty, angry people playing the game is something that I think will truly be studied in the future at some point. So
it feels like the game, it's like, you know, someone on Twitter gets called racist, like, okay, what offensive thing do they say? And it's like in League, someone's being called racist, oh, they're racist.
if you do want to get into League, don't! And if you are playing League right now, Godspeed, my friend. Take care, everyone. We'll see you in the next one.
No. Thank you for the video. I showed you a sponsor. That was questionable. I like him. He's good. Does good stuff. That was a video. Papa Meat. Yep. Just ... Yeah, I think that about covers it. Yeah. League of Legends. Stay away. I think that's kind of the lesson we learned, right? Stay away from League of Legends. That seems best for everyone.